things might just be starting to look up. Hey everyone, and welcome back to Turmoil at Tranmere with me, GWFM, episode 9 of season 3, and we've got an interesting game in the Checkatrade Trophy today against Blackburn Rovers away at Ewood Park. Before we get into anything else, I just want to go through the question of the day. Now, the question of the day is personal to the save, and it is basically, I want you to be honest as well, because I had him before. I'll go into it in a shortly, but basically, what did you think of the intro in the last video in regarding introducing Craig back onto the channel, Craig David as it is. Now, if you remember Bo Selector, you'll get the reference. If you don't, then you might not have a clue what I'm on about. Is it worth keeping in, or is it not? That's basically what I want to ask you. I had him on me on my series that I had when I say Bo, you say La Liga save, which was on the end of FM18, but it didn't really go down well. But I wasn't sure if that was because people didn't really understand or whatever, or it was just a case of I released a series too late. Now that's why I'm doing it. I'm basically testing the waters with you here, so I'd like your honest feedback. If it goes down a storm and or whatever, I'll keep it going. If it goes down like a ton of bricks, then I will I'll not use them ever again, sort of thing. So just please let us know in the future if it's something you'd be interested in. But moving into the save, and like I said at the beginning, things are indeed looking up. Because there you are, boys. I mean, just look over there at that far side. Not in the relegation zone, and actually got a couple of teams in between us. Yes, we're only 2 points off the relegation zone, but we've been on a decent run of form. I'll show you shortly. Callum Grimmett is no longer the best player in the world. He's now the second best player in the world. He has struggled a little bit of late, it has to be said. But this is how we've got on, and basically you can see here. I had the best game ever. I wish it would have been in my live com. You might have seen it already. I've changed this screen a little bit so you can see all the goal scorers without having to click through every single one. But you've got, last time when you joined us, it was for the Peterborough game, which we won 3-1. Since then, we beat Blackpool, who were second bottom, 4-1. Fantastic result. Shrek scored. A brace, Gunshaw and Emil Smith-Rowe with the rare goal. Then we drew 2-2 with Portsmouth. We were, I believe, 2-1 up. 2-0 up, sorry. And we got pegged back in the FA Cup to force a replay. Then we lost to Sheffield United 2-0. Regan Slater playing against us was a bit of the same. Sammy Carruthers scored early on, and we never really looked forward after that. Then we beat Mansfield 3-2 away from home. A fantastic result. They did get a goal late on just to make it a little bit nervy. In fact, we were 3-0 up and they pulled it back to 3-2. But then the best game of the season, and probably my favourite game of the entire FM18 experience, absolutely hands down. And the reason being is we were 3-1 down at half time, and it was just crazy. 10 minutes or so to go, 11 minutes to go, 3-1 down, and we ended up winning it 4-3. It was absolutely crazy, last minute winner as well. And I thought, it's going to go to extra time. I even brought on a sub ready, like I do with my penalty taking, get the best penalty takers on there, and move the team around to accommodate them. And yeah, last minute winner, Connor Smith. I was absolutely buzzing my tits off. We followed that with a 2-0 win against AFC Wimbledon, the bottom side, of course. The Gunshaw with 2 goals. Bang, bang, bitches. Sort of like, Gunshaw. But yeah, as a result, as you've seen, we're 18th in the league, and things are looking a hell of a lot more rosy. Now today we've got Blackburn Rovers, but there's some other bits of news I want to go through with you, and I'll start off with one particular staff member in particular. And don't worry, it's not what you think it's going to be. But Steve McNulty is linked with Tranmere, so I moved very swiftly to offer him a new contract on basically 25 quid and more a week, and he's staying as the under-18s manager. If eventually we get an under-23s team, he will probably take that team over, if I'm being completely honest. But moving on, I'm just going to look at the finances for the first time, unless it's gone up recently. I checked it a couple of games before. Oh, it's gone back above. It did drop below 1 million for the first time in a long time, which I didn't think was bad, because we're past like the halfway point of like where the money goes. Just past it, by the way. And we've only lost what? I mean, we've gained money technically because of the sale of Clegg. That's pretty much keeping us afloat, in truth. because we haven't really spent much of it. Other than that, I know we're on this dodgy thing. We actually got offered a new deal. Contract info. I've signed a new deal. Started on the 4th of January, and we got a 2-year deal. Well, 18-month contract. I tried for 3 years. They won't have none of it, but you know, I don't know why not, because we're doing an absolutely awesome job. That may or may not be true, but yeah, I'm very pleased to sign a new deal. Not long after that, though, I did actually get offered a job. See if I can find it. Just bear with us 1 second. Unfortunately, it's not actually on, but basically, I got offered a job by Premier League Derby. Well, offered a job interview by Derby County. They are bottom of the league, and if I just quickly show you, let's go to Sky Bet League 1, into Championship, etc. And yeah. I'm pretty sure I clicked Premier Division, but never mind. Derby County are bottom of the league, but they're only 2 points. 2 points off safety. Now, if this had been like a journeyman site, or you know, lower league to legend sort of save, I might have been tempted to jump ship and go straight into, for realism that is, into a bottom of the league team. But you know, it's sort of the miles away, are they? 2 points. 2 points from Preston. Preston Premier League, what the hell? But anyway, yeah. So that would have been tempting normally, but as it was, it's Turmoil at Tranmere, not Turmoil at Derby, a bit like before, I think, with Wigan, was it? But anyway, yeah, what a win. Another thing I said, what a win against the FA Cup 4th round. And as a result, we did actually get awarded a tie against Southampton. Very pleasing indeed. They're a decent side. They're not the best Premier League side I could have got in terms of for financial value, but I'm very happy to get them nonetheless, and it should be an interesting tie. Come whenever we play them. I can't remember exactly when it is. You can guarantee we'll be coming back for that game, by the way, after this one, so there's only going to be the 2 games in between. But yeah, just a little bit of information to tell you as well, by the way. If I go to transfers and then to here, we have loaned Ryan Brewster as another striking option. So he can play on the wing as well. So he's going to be probably playing more on the right hand side. If it says here like naturally a forward, but if you look here, he's got a full circle for the winger. Just think he's decent. He's a good backup, obviously 3.5 stars from Liverpool. So he's on a come down road, and yeah, I'm very pleased to have him in. But not only that, some massive news in terms of for next season, regardless of what division we're in. We have got Steven Sessadon for another year, until 2021. We've also got Gary Clegg for another year, free of charge, by the way, no wages. In fact, Stephen Sessadon, I tell a lie, he's on 925 quid a week because I had to pay 50% of his wages. But everyone else, as far as I'm aware, is on less. Callum Gribbin as well, he's another one, nothing. And there was one other, Jason Malumbi, I believe. No, I put a bid in for him, so that one's probably imminent. I haven't bothered with David Kasumu, Kirby, or Connor Guy. I'm going to try and not loan as many players if possible. We'll have to wait and see, but you know, as it stands, they're the ones that I think are featuring the most, and they deserve. Well, that's why I've offered them the chance to stay with us for another year. But other than that, I don't think I've kept the good show on. No, I haven't. He's not really proven himself just yet. Although his strike rate is improving quite a lot. It's 9 in 12 starts. So yeah, that's enough about that. The last thing I want to check before we get to today's game against Blackburn Rovers, and that is not transfers, it is dynamics. And as you can see, we've turned it around. Then like 2/3 to 3/4 full on every single front. I'm absolutely buzzing, and it's all really thanks to this tactic here that you saw on the last episode. Me turning to Sean Connery for some reason. Right, so yeah, and the last episode against Peterborough, we used this tactic, and it's worked very, very well. It has to be said, especially that Portsmouth game in the FA Cup. I still buzzing my tits off. Obviously, I was shouting all sorts of abuse on the sidelines. Yeah, so obviously I'm going to have to be playing around with the team lineup because obviously Ryan Brewster can't play. But let's have a look at the team we are, of course, playing, which is Blackburn Rovers, who are second in our league, of course. Look like they're going to be going up with Luton into the Championship. They've got Chris Powell as manager. I think we've already looked at him once before. And the key player is Miguel Oraicinho, who wasn't the key player before, but chuffing hell, he looks good, doesn't he? It might have been him, actually. On loan from Watford. I do seem to remember the on loan from Watford part. I don't know why. But anyway, it's going to be a tough game. Let's get into today's lineups. Right, so we are here. Just a little bit of notice to let you... Well, no, here's a notice to let you notice that it's not worth noticing this notice at all. Mullenby is injured for 2 or 3 weeks. He's got a hernia, which is a bit of a pain in the dick. So bit gutted about that, but never mind. Let's go into today's lineups. Fisher is in goal for them. They've got Gazardi at right back, Williams at left back, O'Connor and Clark, the mid centre back pairing, with Tomlinson on the right, Thomas off on the left, with Moles and Evans in the middle of the park. We've got Cross alongside Dak up top. They've got, for me, a very weakened side there, and I fancy us today because we've got nearly enough a full strength side here. We've got Cairns in goals, we've got Sessignon at right back, Lewis at left back. Apologies, my head is covering over Sessignon, but there you can see his name up there, about there. There you go. Clegg and Elliott the centre backs. We've got Cousins alongside Smith in the middle of the pack, so plenty of energy. Dunn on the right, Gribbin on the left, and Shrek partnering Lavery up top. I mean, Shrek playing in the Checkatrade Trophy. But you never thought you'd have seen that. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting game. We're away from home. We didn't get beat last time, actually. Look at that sea of green. Get into the tunnel. Let's have a look. We come on to some good form. They're a very good team. Yeah, let's do it. Why not? Come on. Bradley Dack's a good player, by the way. Probably for League One, like bottom end championship sort of side, it seems. Or standard, should I say. We'll have to wait and see. I don't know many of these players that are playing, if I'm honest with you, but they seem good because I can get past Lewis with complete ease. But never mind. But yeah, it should be an interesting game. This I've been looking forward to it because I haven't played the game for a couple of days. I've played the game, but not this save. I was on my Twitch stream last night. You might have seen the video yesterday, apologising again for Shrek being offside, but also for not getting the video out in time. The traffic was just absolutely disgusting. Honestly, it takes me about, if it's completely clear and there's nothing on the road, I can get home in 20 minutes. It took me an hour and a half to get home. Just literally crawl for about 10 cars and then stop for about a minute and a half. Oh, it was awful. It was so painful. But yeah, never mind. It was one of those things. And obviously we stream every Wednesday, and at the minute it seems to be Sundays. And it's a case of I run out of time. I had to literally record yesterday's video. Well, I'd not record. I had to edit the end of it because I even didn't get a chance to record it all. Because that was another thing, actually. I don't know. I'm hoping you didn't notice, but basically, for some reason on the editing, it went about 2/3 of the way through it, and then all of a sudden the sound just disappeared. But if I played the raw file that I recorded, the sound was on, so I literally had to just sit here like this while I recorded the actual the video, and it just recorded my voice off the desktop. Gibbon's gone close. So literally I just had to put it together and tie it in best I could. And yeah, so that was another like 10 minutes I didn't get back, and that was 10 minutes less that I had to record. So yeah, it was a bit disappointing yesterday, but it's one of those things. These things happen. That's a fail of the week, sort of. Is it just unlucky from Fisher? Probably not a fail of the week actually now, because it's hit the post. I'm not complaining, we scored. Get in, but yeah, Gribbin's played it through. I mean, you'll see it here now. Played through to Shrek. Shrek lays it off. There we go. And it hits a post. It just hit his arm as it's gone in. So you let us know if you think that's worthy of a fail of the week slot in the comments below. But yeah. Also, of course, interested to know what you think about the intro on the last episode, because it does take a little... cheers to myself. Yeah, you just ruined my day and my sentence. But never mind. Let's get encouraged, son. But yeah, I'd be interested to see what you think of the actual the intro. I've been toying with it for a while. It does take a little while to set up because obviously it's me on the screen at the same time. It's not that straightforward. Once you know how to do it, it's not too hard, but it's a bit time consuming. And time is something I don't have tons of normally. It's just, like I said, she's not been here this week, Aunt Arla, so I've had a chance to get on and do stuff without having to worry about keeping her happy, if you know what I mean. So, no, it's not that. I wish it were, but it's not. But anyway, that should have been 2-0. 2-1, sorry, but it's not. But yeah, it's... yeah, I did enjoy the series a lot when I was younger, and I just thought it'd be something different to the norm, like just watching us like just play football and talk shit. So just to try and implement a bit of a story to it, because obviously the story was we were in turmoil, but because things, apart from this season, at the beginning, we haven't really had any turmoil since like halfway through the first season. So I was just trying and add something to it, and like I said, just be interested to know your thoughts on what I've tried to do. But anyway, back into the game. Shut up, G. But anyway, yeah, Smith Sonic plays it to Shrek, looking for options. It's killing me because I want to sort this out. Where is my Tranmere player ratings. There we go. There, it's back. Don't know why it's disappeared. I didn't tell it to disappear, but it doesn't matter. Lavery's on it. He has a shot. I didn't need to rename it. I forgot to rename it to Lavatory, but never mind. Tomlinson. End of highlight. There we go. Gribbin with the corner. Elliott is there. Fisher tips it over like an absolute animal. Just claws it out of the sky. Puts it over the bar. Gribbin with another corner. Whips it in. Chances that's going to be cleared away because it's never. You don't seem to score on the second one. Or nearly you do. That will go miles wide. But never mind. And we're absolutely destroying them in terms of chances, but we're only drawing, which is a massive shame. I'm going to try and rectify that with an unlucky team talk, I think, because we have been unlucky. It's not the result I wanted in terms of the greenery, but never mind. I have faith in you. That's a little bit better. Well, it's a lot better, to be fair. A couple of players not responding, which is naff. But anyway, second half is underway. Lavery's on the ball, and it plays it infield to Dunn. Gets tackled, and then Thomasov can clear it or disappear. That's good too, I suppose. How much do you value the Checkatrade Trophy if you were playing this game? If you're in a situation I'm in, where I'm battling relegation, would you just be focusing on relegation avoidance? Or would you be thinking, there's a chance of a trophy, it's silverware? What would you do? I mean, there's not many teams left in the south, in the north pot, I suppose, in the south pot as well. But in the north pot, it's just wide. Gribbin's picked up an injury. A damaged foot from jumping. What's up with him, the fanny? He's fallen on his ankle. It's headed away. Shrek's on it, like a carb on it. Plays it down the line. Gribbin, who doesn't look to have an injury on his foot anymore because he's able to run and kick it. It's giving it away like a Chili Peppers song. That's Cousins. Finds Lewis. Plays it down the line. Gribbin heads down for Shrek. He's never going to get there with his half pace or whatever it is. Now it's Dak. It's a counter attack now. Counter attack from Dak, who is apparently cack and gets smacked. I don't know. I'm just failing miserably at poetry. But anyway, here's Smith. No, he's not. He's going to let Moles take the ball. And it's the world's longest highlight, which means that Blackburn Rovers are going to score. There's one man in the box versus two. He will be found. He will not score. He will put it over the bar. You know, sometimes you can feel like it's scripted. And you just not, you can smell it, and you know, sometimes it might be a fart that you've just done, but sometimes it's the goal that's coming on FM. You know, it happens. So it looks like I'm going to have to take Gribbin off, I think, because he's injured. I don't know whether to keep him on. They've scored. Show some passion, boys, because that is disgusting. How have they scored? I don't even know what's happened here. Is it a fail of the week, perhaps? Cairns completely missed it. He waved it by in some style. I don't know, man. That was pretty shit. That we're gonna have to make some wholesale changes. We're gonna have to leave Shrek on because there's a penalty taker, which is a bit of a pain in the ass. What do you do here? What do you do? Dunn's playing shite. Give me a moment. Right, I'm gonna bring on Chrissy Davis for Smith because he's knackered basically, and Gunshaw's coming on for Lavery because his penalty taking is not great. And I just think I need something else up top. We need to leave Shrek on because he's probably our most creative player, barring obviously Gribbin. I'm leaving Gribbin on just because he's going to be injured regardless. If it's just from jumping, I mean, this is why I like this partnership. Gunshaw has been so great running off the last defender, and Shrek's been able to find him because he's 15 passing and what have you. But hopefully we can get something from this. Come on. Ideally I don't really want it to go to penalties. But at this point I'd have to take it like a man. But yeah, come on boys, we're better than this. Come on Gribbin, sort your life out. Shrek is so deep, just how you like it. Now it's done. Has a shot, it's blocked, and that's a highlight apparently. We live in devastation, whoa, whoa. Until Dunn smashes it in the top corner. That was blocked off by our own man. No, come on boys, you're better than this. Demand more. I've already demanded, it's too late. So if anything happens here, I can't use the team talk, it seems. Evans, back to Clark, that's Williams. This is a team of kids, we're getting beat by kids, man. You know, they're not exactly Man United, are they? Come on, with their team of kids. Christy Davis finds Shrek. Speaking of Man United, played over the top. Gribbin, I don't know if he's offside, but he's in the crossing position. Can he find someone? He does, but it's a terrible save, and he gets away with it. This is devastating. I'm going to have to do something. Just give us a second. Right, I'm bringing on Divine Green for Dunn. He's a little bit worse at penalties, but he's the best penalty taker I've got left on the bench. So it's all I can do. He's got 6 of penalties, I think it is. Or is it 7? I can't remember, but it's probably not going to matter. 6 of penalties, so... Come on, boys. We're better than this. We're better than them. Come on. It'd be a massive shame, this. I was hoping to, you know, I mean, we went 1-0 up, and we're absolutely destroying them on chances. It's still a robbery. You know, we're still getting FM'd, but it's just one of them. I think our goalkeeper's got a better match rating than their goalkeeper, and yet he's had more saves. But he's done more saves than Tricia. Last chance saloon. Green plays it to Davis. Nice cheeky back heel. That's Green. Can he do what he was put on the pitch for? Davis, it smashed into someone's... Why did you give it up? Like Rick Astley wouldn't ever do. But never mind. Jordan Cousins now injured. So not only are we out of the cup, we're also out of midfielders because they've got 2 injuries now. It's only a head injury, so it'll probably be alright unless it's concussion. But the fact that he's not gone straight off means to me that it won't be. Clegg heads away. Shrek has been injured, so I don't know how long's left exactly. Probably about 30 seconds. Gribbins on the ball. Come on, mate. Punish them. Never mind. Davis. Look, he's in Akers. Shady Akers. Play it into the space here. I've got pass into space on. That's something else I did. I'd put dribble less on and pass into space. Sessonon gets it. That's going to be it, surely. Davis. Go back to Sessonon. Plays it forward, and it's a... Yeah. That's pretty damn devastating, isn't it, really? I mean, the way we started that game, we started like a house on fire. And... morale is decent, so I'm going to say I'm far from pleased. They're fired up, which is what I wanted. Alex Cairns had a decent game, but not decent enough, of course. And I'm gutted to be out of the Checkatrade Trophy, but we have exceeded expectations, so it's no more than what I can expect. And chances are we're going to be in it next season, regardless of what division we're in, because we're not going to be going up, I don't think. Look at these injuries here. 47 week for Connor Smith, really? Well, 45 week. Callum Gribbin is out for 12 days to 3 weeks. It's not terrible. It's not ideal neither. And he's out for... No, play through injury. 700 quid. Couldn't spare that. We've got £1 million in bank. Yeah, because he's pretty good, his Cousins. He's not the best technically, but everything else is pretty damn awesome, really. Very determined individual. So yeah, let's have a look and see what we're going to what we are going to be coming back for, which is, of course, we've already mentioned it, Southampton in the FA Cup. It's the last cup competition that we're in. Can't say I'm optimistic of winning it. Just this tie, that is. But it'd be good if we could, wouldn't it? It'd be awesome. It would see the end of the transfer window as well. So yeah, hopefully you can join us for that. So a largely disappointing end to this video. Unfortunately, we were dominant and then threw it away. Very much like, well, I'd be accustomed to with Leeds. But yeah, that's another matter. But yeah, hopefully you have enjoyed this video. If you have, why not go ahead and press that like button. It'd be greatly appreciated if you did. As would subscribing if you are new to the channel. It's all greatly appreciated. All the support, any comments that come in, it's all brilliant. And I love the interaction with you guys. So I'm up for more of that. And just say anything. If you just say, look, gee, you're crap at managing or something like that, or you're a bottle job or whatever. I don't care. Just say what you think. I don't mind. I've got a pretty thick chin, or it's not even the right way. Thick skin. Got a pretty thick skin and a decent chin apparently. But yeah, never mind. Shut up, G. Go away. Piss off. Right, I'm off. Till next time. I'll see you then.